My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Monster Train 2, where we are going to be playing with the exiled leader of the Awoken clan that we unlocked in the last episode, Wyldenten. Wyldenten, of course, comes with a 530 stat line, as well as 3 size. Something in the wildwood unsettles my mind, granting me visions of its very roots when I rest there. But these roots form a creature predating both hollows and channelers. Was there some soul before the wildwood? And 5 copies of Root Seeds. A 1 Ember spell that applies 2 additional damage to a unit and draw 1 additional card next turn. Then we also have the Lunar Coven Secondary. So actually, these are from Eka, the Witch Weave. 0 Ember to deal 1 damage to an enemy unit or restore 1 health to a friendly unit. Of course, drawing additional cards and then having a 0 cost does make a lot of sense to me. I could maybe instead do Moon Ritual. The reason to take Witch Weave here would be so that it can trigger regenerate triggers as well. I'll take Moon Ritual. Yeah. So instead it'll be phasing and applying Conduit 1 to a friendly unit. Pyro Savagery. Friendly units gain Slay, +1 damage permanently. We've got a Husk Hermit as one of our units. 1 Ember 2 size, sweep, deals 5 damage, has 30 health. The idea of getting this to quickly attack the enemies and then just gather a lot of Slay, really good. 2 copies of Wildwood Sap, 1 Ember consume, apply 5 regen, 2 copies of Gravity, 1 Ember, deal 5 damage. On a new moon, descend the unit. On a full moon, ascend the unit. This is also Seraphiternus of Dominion as well, so I am going to have to worry about either chump blocking or damage shielding or something for my front line, so that the corruption just doesn't overtake us. Let's look at the artifact first. Thorn Casing. Sting spells get +10 magic power and piercing. The only problem is, with the amount of root seeds that I have in the deck, I'm unlikely to want to get that many more cards that say draw an additional card next turn. Manifold Mirror, the first room card played each battle, is applied to all floors. I like getting this early. It doesn't give you a benefit necessarily just yet, but it will soon. Oh god, I forgot about this. Thornlord, the Wyldenten line. On summon, apply 3 sting spells to your hand, and on incant, gain 2 damage. There's also Strangler, Sweep. Do 10 damage in Sweep, obviously. Oh god. You know, the annoying thing here is I still think I actually maybe should go for Thornlord. Because I don't want 2 sweepers competing with one another for the Pyre of Dominion Slays. Alright. This is going to be weird. Draw 1 less card each turn. I think that'll be okay. I think Husk Hermit should go on the bottom line, helping us sweep. Interesting, so I can play these things right now in order to draw additional cards on the first turn, or I could wait and use them as damage. I'll wait and use them as damage. Get him, Husk Hermit. 2 permanent damage. I'll avoid any damage to the Pyre if I can. More regen should make it pretty hard to lose to the boss in 2 lines. Ease. And everyone goes down. I didn't really want Wyldenten to be the one to collect that kill. That's okay. Sharpened. 2 Ember, apply 4 additional damage as well as spikes 5. Vine Grasp, 0 Ember, Advance, deal 3 damage to a unit. And Glimmer, restores 3 health to friendly units and deal 3 damage to enemy units. I mean, AoE damage for the enemies is really nice. I'll take Glimmer, it's got some reach. So does Vine Grasp, but I'm gonna need things to hit multiple targets at some point. Phase Blessing, restore 5 health, healing over max health, replies armor instead. Super useful tool here, just in general, frankly. Bloody Moon, also a good backline removal. Can be an energy pump if I decrease its cost. Celestial Storm, 3 energy, 3 Ember rather, deal 10 damage to enemy units on full moon attuned. So 5 times the effect of magic power. I will take Bloody Moon here, actually. I hope to get a Phase Blessing again in the future, though. Merchant of Steel with an Awoken banner in the second area. I do have to consider the possibility of Merchant of Arms, because a room and then putting that in my opening hand to Manifold Mirror on every floor is hugely powerful. Luna Coven's more likely to have incant-related stuff. Merchant of Steel, obviously, I'm looking for quick on Husk Hermit. Saves us a lot of HP on that bottom line. Then we also have an Awoken unit who, what? I would just take one, I guess. Wyldenten doesn't necessarily want to be on the Husk Hermit line. You kind of just are at the moment. Merchant of Magic has the opportunity to zero cost a couple of our cards in the root seeds and stuff like that, and that will always be worth it. Wow, Spell Chain and Double Stack, both available. Interestingly, we're in a position where the Double Stack is not as relevant. A card that draws 2 additional cards next turn, as well as gives out 2 triggers, huge. Right. And then Power Stone. I mean, Double Stack's not bad. Double stacking a Wildwood Sap in particular, just a lot of health support. Plus 10 magic power would go on Glimmer, causing it to routinely take out the backliners. I think maybe I want Double Stack more. Because I don't otherwise have a great way of supporting health. Oh, I should have gone to this first. I don't otherwise have a good way of supporting health. Shade Guard. Resolve. If it's New Moon, gain plus 10, plus 15. That's another good frontliner. The only problem is I have to cut off incanting sometimes in order to trigger you. And Lunar Priestess. 1 Ember, 1 size. At Resolve, add a Moon Ritual spell with Ephemeral to your hand. So Moon Ritual is the spell that you already have. Just another incant trigger. I think Lunar Priestess makes a lot of sense here. -1 energy per turn, or as I like to call it, 75 gold. Perfect. We get all 3 slays on the right target. Handful. Yeah, Glimmer is already more than taken care of. Use Bloody Moon just to remove 1 target to give us some additional health for Wyldenten. And sure, root seeds. Big old double stack right there. I'm fine getting rid of the Vengeful Shot. There's no reason for me to take damage this round. It went on the Husk Hermit as well. Get him, buddy. Glimmer, another Wildwood Custodian, Vinegrasp. We are going to be drawing enough cards pretty much every turn. We may not even need an additional draw. There is certainly appeal in a second copy of Glimmer, but it's largely killing the targets the Husk Hermit is meant to sweep. Vinegrasp is just a tool for putting some stuff together. You know what? No, Wildwood Custodian. It is good enough. But with that Wildwood Custodian now, I definitely don't need any additional support. Meddler, Summon Phase, ability, Manipulate. Moon Pixie has Conduit 3 and enchant, apply Conduit 3 to each other minion on the floor. Not a bad way to give additional magic damage to a spell, but I don't have that many spells that really care about our magic damage. I'm going to take the Meddler, because I have a lot of ways to phase the moon, so if I get anything that cares about the moon phasing, we're off to the moon. I suspect Merchant of Arms here is a really good idea for either a room that I can put in my opening hand that then propagates to all of my rooms instantly, or possibly even equipment. If I found the Cycle Staff, the Lunar Cycle Staff, I would definitely take that and then start leveling it up. Interesting. Eclipse Chamber. New Moon effects are always active. Silent units gain 15 additional damage on resolve. There's also the Spell Sanctum spells cost -1, but realistically, I don't need that to be played on every floor. That said, it is also very good. I'm going to take it. I'm not going to put it in my opening hand. If I get a different room, I'll put that room in my opening hand and then play it everywhere and then override one of them with the Spell Sanctum. Oh my god. Kanyo, when you purge a card outside of combat, gain 75. Oh, I love that so much. Yorick, when a card with Consumer's Blade, 75 gold. Oh, hang on. Oh, 0 consume spells so far. 2. Purge a card outside of combat. So that's every card removal gives it that. And it's only outside of combat, so unfortunately the calcified embers don't count. I think I should go Gros Michel again, just because I want the relic to get destroyed a couple of times. Yorick. Alas. I don't think I can take you. I'd love to know you well. Let's go, Gros Michel. Gros Michel, non-champion friendly units gain 10 additional damage after each round of combat, 10% chance for it to be destroyed. Wyldenten sets up Husk Hermit, sets up Shield Steward, sets up Shield Steward, and Lunar Priestess. Let's go, baby! Mm-hmm. Perfect. Husk Hermit has enough damage to push through and kill the Chosen Acolyte at this point. I could send you to my pyre if you want to go. Actually, it doesn't look like you would be able to move. There you go. 5 damage. Absolutely got him. mean, look, if you're not going to put any incant triggers on this floor, I'm absolutely just going to punish you for that constantly. I'll take a hit to the Vengeful Shard. No! My banana went extinct. Hope there's a Cavendish on the other end of this nightmare for us. Bloody Moon does enough damage to pop the enemy. Great. Then... I mean, I do want to get rid of the Calcified Ember. There's two of them in the deck. But if I play this Spell Sanctum... I will just be able to play out all the rest of my cards. That's pretty satisfying. Now I can... Yeah, exactly. Everything else got 0, so I can play out a Calcified Ember finally. Woohoo! Oh, that's a lot of damage on Archeon, unfortunately. You're getting a lot of rage. To send you back down here. There you go. Just block you a bunch of times. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a problem because Archeon's currently gonna one-shot each of these. Which means I'm pretty reliant on health I don't have. God, Phase Blessing really would have helped here. Well. I strongly suspect I have died. Let's see what can get done about this. I definitely don't want to ascend the boss. Keep descending them. Send in a decent amount of damage. I don't think 1 health is going to be the difference here, so I'll play out my Calcified Ember. If we happen to survive this, it will be a miracle. Yeah, because it's literally 2 damage until we're dead. Yeah, look. Yeah. It's fine. I had a loss in my bones, and I had to get it out before we can have a real run. Shard Channeler, 1 Ember, 1 size, spikes on friendly units, deal an additional damage per tap, stack, as well as sap tap. A first time an allied unit is healed each turn, draw a card. There we go. This is what you're looking for. 2 copies of Restoration Detonation. 1 Ember, restore 15 health to a friendly unit, rather. Deal damage to the front enemy equal to 5 times the amount healed. 2 copies of Starstruck. 1 Ember to deal 5 damage on full moon, apply Dazed 1. And then Thorned Hollow. 1 Ember, 3 size. On summon, gain 60 max health. On Rejuvenate, triggers whenever it's healed, gain 3 spikes. And Wings Spirit as our Pyre Heart. Once per battle, select the heart to restore the front friendly units on all floors to full health. I want to look at Wyldenten again before I look at the Horde. But I did the opposite. Moonstone. If it's, at end of turn, if it's full moon, spells in hand gain +10 magic power. I'm less interested in that than I am in Sinner's Salve, making all of our Blights and Scourges easy to play. Strangler. Sweet. And on strike, apply rooted to the attack unit. So you prevent them from moving up. You just keep hitting them. Alright, Thorn Lord. I'll go with you. Because I'm going to be playing my Thorned Hollow on the very bottom line. So Thorn Lord can be on the second. Unfortunately, I didn't immediately get Restoration Detonation, which I was hoping for. I'm going to use Winged Spirit just to full heal and get some thorns going on. I'll leave a Frozen Sting in hand. I'm already going to be drawing 9 cards next turn. And I'm happy to draw all these cards knowing the Vengeful Shards are going to be free. Double Root Seeds on the next line is more important, though. Yeah, big damage Restoration Detonation. Affection. And now with a big Thorned Hollow that can get a decent amount of heals, we will consistently be able to take out the enemy. Full Moon, daze him. Got him. I'll let him come to the next floor. I don't need to be too hasty about this one. Much more than enough damage and support to take you out. Get him. I'd love a health unit in front of Wyldenten on that second line. I'd obviously love a damage unit behind our Thorned Hollow on the bottom line as well. Razor Sharp Edge. Apply plus 10 damage, negative 2 health. I do like Razor Sharp Edge, like one copy of it. Quite a lot, in fact. It can make a lot of a lot of allied units that otherwise don't do damage do an insane amount of damage quite quickly. Wildwood Sap, regen. Admittedly, I do like the idea of getting regen on the Thorned Hollow. Causes it to rejuvenate every single turn. And Vine Grasp. In the second area, Merchant of Magic. Third area, Merchant of Steel Awoken banner. So I'm likely to go Merchant of Magic Awoken, Merchant of Steel Awoken. Which means I'm going for Awoken units to chain with these. If I'm going for Awoken units, does that mean Razor Sharp Edge is more or less important? I think Wildwood Sap's more important. Bloody Moons, Starstruck, and Gravity. I think I take another copy of Bloody Moon, knowing that Calcified Ember is very easy to play out. Very happy to have a copy of it. Merchant of Magic, double stack holdover. Wow. I mean, double stack the Starstruck. That's a huge dazed. Let's look at our unit. But like, the Animus of Speed behind Wyldenten on second line is fine. I can't have two individual lines of Thorned Hollows that I'm supposed to support. Yes, Wing Spirit means I can summon both of them and then just buff both of them to full health, but still, they're just like 15 75s with 3 spikes at that point. I still need to support them after that fact. Animus of Speed will give us at least a little damage. The first Bloody Moon in the deck will pretty much always have a relevant target. Double stack definitely goes on Wildwood Sap. I honestly don't dislike going hold over Bloody Moon. You draw enough cards each turn with this deck that realistically, a little bit of an energy pump is completely fine to have every turn. Enemy units we are on each floor, that's completely fine. I can deal with that in a myriad of different ways. In this instance, it's going to be Thorns, Quicksilver Cherubs, what should we call this new power? I think I can set up like this in this one. I think the answer is a resounding no, you're not supposed to do that. That'll clear those. It's okay, I can push a little more damage here. We can see what we can do. Just hasting straight past my second floor head A. Couple of moon rituals down on the field. I mean, I can take out the collector, which is very important. Perfect. We can get this bottom line to start taking care of itself as well. I'm also holding on to Winged Spirit for when I desperately need it. It's only once per battle I get to do it, so I should make sure it's the right time. The only line we know the boss is going to go to is the top line right now, so that's what I'll pitch all of my stuff around. You got a Bloody Moon backliners. Alright, perfect. Yeah, I think this guy, gets damage, shield, and armor after the rounds. It's okay, though. Still quite reasonably sure that we've got you on lock. So wait. Action. Triggers at the start of this unit's turn, gain armor 5. Right. Okay, yes, that would happen for allied units as well. sure feels like Steel Enhancer is the right choice right now. 0 Ember, apply 4/4 to a unit. I love that spell. Meddler, 1 Ember, summon phase, ability Manipulate, Celestial Storm for deal 10 damage to enemy units as well as Full Moon Attuned. I mean, that has some reach damage and Bloody Moon. I think I will take a Celestial Storm. I haven't gotten to use that card much yet. Merchant of Steel versus the one I'm not going to go to. Oh. Interesting. Yes, that's what you want to see. Husk Hermit. And I can make you quick. So now our bottom line has a Thorned Hollow and a Husk Hermit doing a lot of sweeping damage. And then it's got Wyldenten and Animus of Speed doing a lot of like giant damage to a single target. I feel like I could just double buff the Thorned Hollow with health stuff right now, and I feel like it's probably a really good idea. Especially because we might be about to get a unit upgrade on them. Hello? This is so strange. I could have sworn I was just here. Consume cards. Literally one in the deck so far. Give me Gros Michel. This one's going to go significantly better. We have both defense and offense now. Whereas previously, we only ever had one or the other. God, do I go Ember? I don't think I'm going Capacity. I think I'm going Ember. Hang on. I am going to be playing both of those Starstrucks this turn. So I'm going to play them while they both daze, rather than Moon Ritualing first. I'd love to also summon the Shield Champion, Shield Steward, but I don't have enough space for that right now. An issue I do not intend on fixing. Siphon when an enemy unit dies on this floor, so I don't want to trigger that on that floor. Big, huge restoration detonation on that bottom line. Root Seeds are both also really good down there. Even if I do want to trigger incant abilities on a different lane. I summon a Spear Steward. I want to kill my own Spear Steward. I'm going to summon a Spear Steward. Gets him out of the deck. Alright, our frontliners have gotten good and beaten up. Important. I'm going to Steel Enhance you so you survive. Next turn, I'm going to hit Wing Spirit because everyone's going to have real low health. Actually, I really want to push some more damage to the backline here, so also use a Restoration Detonation to do so. Save some HP on the bottom line. Perfect. Yeah, it's when they go to the bottom line and I sweep through all of the units that you get so much additional damage. Housecarver's already going to sweep through at the right time. Oh, no. I can't Star Strike appropriately. It's fine. We've still got our Wing Spirit waiting. Yeah, this is obviously the round to play it. Although, I'm glad that I've had this big lack of health for so much time, because it set up the ability to use the Restoration detonations in very effective ways. Daze the boss. Get some ritual. I'm gonna Root Seeds. Sorry, I'm gonna Bloody Moon to destroy my own Shield Steward on the top line, summon a new Shield Steward. There we go. And then finally, Wing Spirit for the full heal. Wow, that's not enough to kill the bottom line. Imagine my surprise. It's gonna be fine though. Oh, there we go. I was not ready for Deja Vu that soon. Stardust Invocation. Oh, how do you turn it down, though? It's so good. Stardust Invocation, 1 Ember consume, phase, and create an ephemeral copy of a spell in your hand. I mean... yeah, I take it. There's also Channel Song. 1 Ember, consume, draw a unit, apply +20/+20, and 0 cost to its Ember. I do like that, and then the idea that I would get a unit big enough to actually justify it, but like, where am I getting that unit from? It'd have to be a rare draft unit. Lunar Coven Banner, someone really expensive from that, maybe? I don't know. Cycle of Life, give 10 additional health and spikes 8. I don't dislike that. It's a way to give additional max health, and that's the most important part of it, realistically. Nightingale, 1 Ember 2 size, stealth, New Moon, has multi-strike. There's also the Lunar Priestess, giving us a Moon Ritual spell every single turn, as well as Animus of Will with a multi-strike. I love Animus of Will. If I am creating a third line, an Animus of Will could happily stand on it. Having like a Thorn Hollow on like... So what? It'd be Thorn Hollow bottom line, Thorn Hollow second line, top line, Wyldenten, Animus of Speed. One of the middle lines has Husk Hermit, one of them has Animus of Will. That slaps. That's great. Hell's Flame would give us the ability to set up the Ember on that first turn a lot better. And then obviously after that I will want draw. But we'll go with this first. Lunar Coven Banner. I don't need more units. I've already just solved all of my unit placements, I believe. It will require a dupe of the Thorn Hollow, but it'll be worth it. Yeah, I was thinking about this. So Wyldenten, Predator line, has quick and enchants to grant quick to other units. So that's really good with like Animus of Will, but it's currently going to be bad with Animus of Speed more consistently. I will say Animus of Will on the same line as Wyldenten does make a lot of sense. Really good target for the... for the Root Seeds, right? Because they give 2 damage both to Wyldenten as well as 6 damage effectively to the multi-striking Animus of Will. Or I could in-gan for more damage on Thornlord. And admittedly, that's a lot more health on that Thornlord as well. Gets 30 more health to support backline units. I think if I need to make the Animus of Will quick, I can do that in different ways. Is that true? How do I support the health of Wyldenten? If you're a frontline unit and you're a predator. I want to take the Lord. We'll look at the trinkets, of course. When a friendly unit is healed, deal damage to the front enemy unit equal to the amount healed is really good. When wings is just going to give us like 60 damage to the front enemy unit. We'll head to the Celestial Alcove first, though. Give me a unit upgrade. Interesting. Klepsydranium. Friendly units gain Conduit 1 on Slay, which admittedly that does mean that pretty much all of our units are going to get a decent amount. Quilling Catcher at the end of the entire battle gain 100 gold. I do want some more gold, admittedly. And Nim's Oath at the start of turn, apply Dazed 1 to a random enemy unit on a random floor. Just one. I think money. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 400 gold I can get out of that. Klepsydranium will give us Conduit, but that Conduit won't often have much of an impact. With 2 copies of Starstruck, 2 copies of Restoration Detonation, 1 copy of Celestial Storm, 1 copy of Bloody Moon. It's relatively minimal. But that would make Mage Blade units significantly better. And if I ever get Mage Blade equipment, I already know what I'm doing with it. Fine. We'll take Klepsydranium. And I'll have to humbly waddle forwards with no more damage. Mage Blade adds an additional damage per stack. Considering I just got Klepsydranium as setup for Mage Blade, I will also take that relic. As soon as I get Mage Blade, it's going to be absolutely incredible for us. We're drawing 1 less card per turn, so we're going to have to try and offset that ourselves. Should I use Animus? Yeah. I guess I go Wyldenten, Animus of Will behind right now, then Animus of Speed behind a Shield Steward on the top line makes more sense. Full Moon to apply Daze, preventing you from dealing damage. Steel Enhancer goes on Animus of Will, obviously. Guess I'll play these stings when they're on the incant floor next turn. Otherwise, only drawing 4 cards. Wildwood Sap sets up the regen on the bottom line very effectively. Although I don't want to play anything else down there if I can avoid it. Get rid of the Calcified Ember immediately. Gotta love doing that. Stardust Invocation. This is an incant floor. It's fine. I can take the incant hit in order to get a permanent, well, semi-permanent buff. Right. Throw some additional damage to the top line. This Fallen Execution is going to be a little bit of a problem. How much can I do about it? Conduit, root seeds. Not enough. Still take 6 damage as a result. Oh, perfect. Bloody Moon preventing the enemy's incant there. Celestial Storm makes a lot of sense for the bottom line, but I would rather get the Slays. So I guess it's just Root Seeds, and then I throw the other spells on this floor just to get the incant triggers. I don't think I really want to change anything about that bottom floor. I think it's functioning perfectly as is. That's it. Couple good slays on a couple good targets. Nice. We didn't even end up using Winged Spirit the whole time. Ooh, Engraft. Do I need another draw additional card next turn? Is that really what I need? Focus Growth, restore 25 health, draw 2 extra. Well, I mean, it definitely more than the Focus Growth. This at least gives me Ember. Hexalation. 2 Ember, Ascend, apply spell weakness 2. I don't dislike that. Eclipse Chamber. Silent effects are always active. No, irrelevant. Moonbeam, X cost, deal 20 damage to the front enemy unit X times. I mean, that's just a nice giant nuke of damage. I think we take a single copy of that at least. Alright, brief break there for a second. Merchant of Magic with a Herzl's Horde and an Armory next to it sounds like the ticket for us. Yes, I know the other one has an Empyrean Well as card removal, but I don't really have a good dupe target at the moment. I don't really... Well, I have, you know, fine targets for removal, but just the normal ones. Alright. Let's have a look at the Merchant of Magic's option first. -1 cost for Engraft is huge. Also, remove Consume permanently from Stardust Invocation is huge. 0 costing Stardust Invocation is also huge. I can reduce Stardust Invocation's cost by 2 and give it Consume after a reroll here, and it'll still hit it. So I'm fine. Reroll. Yeah. Ooh, double stack. Do I have a good double stack target at the moment? I don't think I do, actually. Yeah, no. -2 and Consume for Stardust Invocation. Great. Plus 20 magic power and Consume on a single spell as well. I could give that to Celestial Storm. I feel like that just makes it a line clearer in the same way that my Husk Hermit is at the moment, though. Let's have a look at the Horde first, just in case I get something that, you know, like a Footstool or Manifold Mirror or any of those things that will tell me whether or not I want equipment or a room. Oh, Volatile Gauge, no. I already have ways to force myself to draw enough cards next turn. And also, I've already 0 costed a decent amount of them. I don't want to increase their cost. Celestial Sails. On deployment phase, draw a non-damage spell from your deck. It costs -1. I'll take that. It's not really gonna be good for us, though. Steward's Quarters. Train Stewards gain multi-striker. No. Fight Club. I think I take Swift Steel Dagger here just for the Animus of Will. Next area has the Merchant of Trinkets as well as Forgotten Moons. Probably going to have to go in that direction, so I'll save some money. I was thinking about maybe getting my first removal. Yeah, negative energy per turn shouldn't be too much of a problem for us. Draw a non-damage spell from your deck, costs -1. Oh, Root Seeds was the card we drew. Alright. Thorned Hollow with Husk Hermit. Then Wyldenten with Animus of Will behind. And then finally a Shield Steward with an Animus of Speed. Root Seeds gives us an additional draw next turn. Hell yeah. I don't think I need an ephemeral copy of Bloody Moon. Heck, do I even need to use Bloody Moon this turn? Maybe this is just all about buffing. Restoration Detonation already sets up the kill on both enemies, so I can now use Stardust Invocation for Steel Enhancer. Double Enhance the Animus of Will. Hit him with the Root Seeds, drawing additional cards next turn. I'm trying to take this as easy as possible. Maybe I should still use the Blue Moon. Bloody Moon, rather. I mean, if I do, I'll use it on my own minion, because I do want to get the Slays on Husk Hermit. Wait, hang on. Oh! Friendly units gain Conduit 1 on Slay. They don't permanently gain Conduit 1 on Slay. I don't know why I thought that was going to be the case. Okay, I'm less concerned with getting Slays on Husk Hermit now. Which I guess means that I will use Moonbeam to take out the frontline target. And let it go. I unfortunately can't daze to prevent the Adamant Shield Bearer's sapping. I guess I'm just going for Incantaries on the next floor then. Fine. I love just being able to immediately burn the calcified embers. Restoration Detonation for the bottom line. Huge spell, love to hit it. Throw down Bloody Moon there as well. Root Seeds for the next line. Stings for the bottom, maybe? No, I'll hold on to those for the Blightbound Guardian next turn, hitting the top. We should be comfortable here, though. Yeah. One gets him down. Swift Steel, and now we're saving a lot of HP on that line as well. Wildwood Sap saves a huge amount here, too. Oh, we can even get down another Shield Steward. That's why we killed the earlier one, so we would have place to put this next one. We'll daze you so I don't have to worry about any damage from you. And then I'm still going to take damage because I wasn't taking damage to you, I was taking damage to Corruption. The health on the bottom liner is not good. You're missing just under 50. I'm admittedly slightly leaning towards the possibility of popping Winged Spirit, but I should just do it next turn anyway. Be very slightly more patient than you are currently being. That's all it'll take. Bloody Moon translates into additional energy for the sake of it. Resolve, gain reanimate 6. Oh boy. Maybe if I do remove that Black Guardian, I can lower the amount of corruption that's being taken. That'll help us a lot. Okay. We definitely get a lot further in the fight now. $14 reanimate for the next line? That's a little scary. We're definitely starting to get through some of your reanimate triggers, but let's give you Full Moon Burst, pump some damage a couple of times, hoping to kill a lot faster. How many reanimates can I get off of you? Our multi-strike is really useful for this. 9 reanimates by the time you're on the top line. Alright. Moon Ritual. So on Moon Ritual, I'll use Stardust Invocation to create a copy of Starstruck. I'll Moon Ritual again to get back in phase. I'll use both of these to take out an enemy, as well as to daze you. Yeah, 0 damage dealt, but it's the same. We do manage to take out the Undying one. That got much closer than I have any way of being comfortable with. If it got past that floor, it was going to get 6 stacks of reanimate, which means it hits me at least 6 times. That's Pyre dead. Wildwood Custodian. I really don't have the size to play you. Awake. 3 Ember. Restore 40 health. Apply regen 3. I don't dislike it. It's just very expensive. I'll be happy to have 1 copy of it at least. Planetarium. Friendly units gain Conduit 5. It's like 10 magic power each floor. Lunacy, X cost. Phase X times, apply X Conduit. I have no reason to care about the phases at the moment. But I care a little about Conduit, and when we get additional trinkets, we might start to care about those phases. First time you summon a unit each turn... first unit you summon each turn, rather, gains Conduit 4. That's only really going to happen once at the very start of the match. %% chance to remove all buff effects on enemy units when they enter the train. I don't dislike it. I'm going to take Cleansing Water and reroll. Kingdom Tears. Increase healing from spells by 10. Not bad. Ancient Pyre tap. When you're out of Ember, cards can be played for their cost in Pyre health. Not regularly going to be utilized. When applying spell weakness, apply 1 more, says Seorb. I don't like that either. I'm going to take the Kingdom Tears. That was not the experience I was hoping to have. 2 Spear Stewards out of this deck as cards that I literally do not have the ability to put on the battlefield at the moment. Merchant of Magic, Forgotten Boons, and the Armory in the next section. Probably our lean. I hope that Armory has a way to gain some Mage Blade, though. Equipment for Mage Blade, please. Ooh. This is interesting. We have a Wake in this opening hand. I'd have to wait for a Shield Steward to cycle. But I get regen 3. Oh, only regen 3. Right, never mind. I'm not waiting for that. I was thinking it was Cycle of Life. 10 max health would have maybe tipped the scales. Okay, this is fun. So, Swiftsteel Dagger to get quick on the Animus of Will. We'll use Stardust Invocation to dupe a Wildwood Sap for additional health support for the Thorn Hollow. Give you 20 regen. try and balance out some of the corruption you're about to take. I want a Root Seed's Husk Hermit to have more than 30 damage so that it takes out the Cherubin time. So I'll just start working on that there. Uh-oh. Currently, the Blightbound Guardian kills my second floor. Right. Uh-huh. That's a problem. Because it has shards, so the Animus of Will is going to die. The shard stack is pretty high, so it's going to be really difficult for me to keep the Animus of Will alive. So this would come down to, can I kill the Blightbound Guardian with spells this turn? Not really. Oh god, I'm going to lose the Animus of Will there. Oh boy, I really don't want to, but there's not much choosing on this. Admittedly, I think that's going to make a lot of things much more difficult. Let's see how well we can go. Moon Lunacy still gets played up here. Should definitely daze the boss. Saving a bunch of HP on the floor. Let's go one more Moon Ritual, throw down Moonbeam. Preventing some more corruption from the Blightbound Guardian. Actually, Restoration Detonation should absolutely be played on the bottom line. That'll take our priority. Steel Enhancer. Now the Husk Hermit is capable of taking out the Chosen Supplicant without additional help. I will still give it a little help. And then continue focusing on the damage of Wyldenten. Oh, there went Gros Michel. Definitely. Stardust Invocation for Starstruck. And I will daze you at every available opportunity. No way to put that shield steward just at the moment, though. Keep doing damage, buddy. Maybe I do want some more regen on this bottom line. One line remaining. Alright, Kale, tell us. How do we do in the stat check? 29 damage to all enemy units at full moon attuned. So I will attune and... Woo! Now it's even more damage. Actually, hang on. I probably want to kill one of those with the Bloody Moon first, just for an energy pump. Then Restoration Detonation takes out both of them because one of them dies to Briary's Cloak healing and the other one dies to Restoration Detonation damage. So that's all of those units down without using that spell. So now if I want, I could instead use Moonbeam. And I've saved the ability to use my Wing Spirit for Wyldenten next turn. Boy. This bottom floor is not doing as much damage as I really need it to do. Well, I'll see you on the next floor, buddy. Yeah, it'd be nice if this was a damage floor that did damage to you. Oh boy, we're even out of phase for Starstruck. Nice. Yeah, that one's that one's not gonna go the direction I was hoping. I'll do all I can, but this enemy has thousands of health. Still. More health and regen on the bottom line to keep it alive for longer. Obviously, the additional damage coming out of a Animus of Will on the second line would have really helped. Would it have been enough? Considering Wildenten's frontline damage being about 70, has corruption on him. I don't think so. Damn it, Kale. I guess what I needed is Mage Blade. No one in town will even talk to me after a run like that. I'll have to figure out how to make those clans work next time. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all of my content of the game, past, present, future. YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And above the thank tier, and a special thanks this episode to Victor. Over the